Hey everyone, Matt here, and welcome back to episode 3 of Matt Talks Hoops. I've got a great video in store for you today, but before we dive in, please remember to drop a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss multiple new videos every week from me. Now without further ado, let's talk some basketball. The word underrated is thrown around a lot in today's basketball media, and a new player is considered underrated after a few good games or when he has highlights posted on major media outlets. In today's video, we're going to take a look into 5 players that are often overlooked and not in the spotlight, but are having very productive seasons for their respective teams. Now first, I want to talk about Zion Williamson, and if this video was being made last year, he's 100% not being in this list. And I know a lot of people are still confused why he is in this list. But due to the emergence of stars like LaMelo Ball and the continued dominance of teams led by LeBron like the Lakers, major social media accounts like Bleacher Report and ESPN seemingly dropped Zion like it's the iPhone when the new model comes out. The craziest thing is that the Pelicans forward is an all-star in his second season and is posting even more ridiculous numbers than last year, scoring over 25 points per game, and which are almost exclusively from the paint and flying high above the rim. His style of play is so addicting to watch as he dominates every matchup due to his elite strength and slashing ability. Although his team isn't really performing to the standards they were expecting coming into the season, the core that they have in Zion, Brandon Ingram, and Lonzo Ball is something that should have Pels fans excited, and Zion in particular is going to dominate the league for years to come. Another all-star that hasn't caught the attention of most NBA fans is Nikola Vucevic of the Orlando Magic. After arriving to the Sunshine State after the Dwight Howard trade in 2012, Vooch has been the glue that holds a struggling Magic franchise together, averaging a double-double every year during his tenure with the team. He's also become one of the few elite stretch fives in the league, shooting 42% from downtown on over 6 attempts per game, all while carrying his injury-riddled team on his back, which led him to earn his second All-Star appearance. The Swiss big man is often overlooked due to him being in a small market, as well as other stars at his position like Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid entering the upper echelon of MVP caliber players. Now that doesn't mean his talent should be overlooked, as he has a great post game and his increased high efficiency 3-point shooting have made him one of the best at his position in the entire NBA. Next up on the list is DeJounte Murray of the San Antonio Spurs. Practically the entire Spurs roster should be considered overlooked. However, their floor general and defensive anchor's impact is something that the average fan normally glosses over. Murray's coming off a season-ending injury and hasn't seemed to miss a beat. Under the guidance of coach Greg Popovich, DeJounte and DeMar DeRozan are helping lead the Spurs come back from the first season in 20 years where they missed the playoffs. His activity on the defensive end is something that won't show up in the box score, but its importance for a successful team cannot be understated. On a relatively inexpensive contract for his production, Murray has become one of the franchise cornerstones that are going to help revitalize the post-Kawhi Leonard Spurs. Terry Rozier came to Charlotte after a surprising playoff run with the Boston Celtics in 2018. Most people considered his 3-year, $57 million contract an extreme overplay for a player that had one good postseason. With that being said, Scary Terry is having a great season, posting 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, while also shooting 44% from beyond. His ability to score in isolation and clutch factor make him a very intriguing trade target for contenders to go all in on. If he isn't moved from Charlotte's crowded backcourt, the combination of his efficient production alongside standout rookie LaMelo Ball, veterans like Gordon Hayward and Cody Zeller, and young pieces such as Miles Bridges and PJ Washington, the Hornets have a bright future ahead of them and are ready to burst into the Eastern Conference title picture. Last but certainly not least, Mikal Bridges is one of the best two-way role players in the entire NBA, providing excellent perimeter defense and three-point scoring for an exciting Phoenix Suns roster surprising many by becoming a top 4 team in the West going into the All-Star break. Bridges was considered a high-floor, low-ceiling prospect after his stellar career at Villanova, which led to 2 national championships. One thing most missed, however, is his compatibility in many different offensive and defensive sets. Something I touched on in the last episode is defensive versatility, and McCall's 6'6" frame and 7'1" wingspan make him a pest, as he intercepts passing lanes and starts fast break opportunities for players to take advantage of, like Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton. I hope you all enjoyed my breakdown of 5 players having overlooked seasons. If you're looking for more basketball content, I suggest you subscribe to the channel, as I have much more in store. My socials are also in the description if you want to connect and talk some basketball with me there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.